What if the very thing that holds you back from believing is the key to a deeper, unshakable faith? There are moments in life when the world feels silent, and our questions echo like footsteps in a vast, empty temple. For many, faith is inherited, a birthright unquestioned. But for others, it is a mapless journey in the dark. Today, we unravel the enigmatic journey of a skeptic whose path was forever changed, inspired by the biblical figure many call Doubting Thomas. Imagine twilight descending over an old city, ancient stones aglow beneath a fading sun. Beneath these solemn arches, we meet Aaron, a young man whose heart yearns for truth but carries the heavy burden of doubt. In his eyes flickers the same question that once troubled Thomas: if I cannot see, how can I believe? Aaron grew up surrounded by rituals and stories, candles lit in silent hope, prayers whispered before sleep. Yet each time he closed his eyes, only unanswered questions awaited him. He envied the certainty of others, their unwavering peace, the comfort of belonging. Still, Aaron could not force belief into his heart. He needed something real, a sign that spoke to his soul. One evening, as rain whispered against stained glass, Aaron's doubts overwhelmed him. He wandered into a quiet sanctuary, its stone and shadow swallowing up his uncertainty. He whispered a bitter prayer: "If you are there, show me." No vision appeared, no voice thundered from the heavens, only silence. Yet in that emptiness, Aaron felt an odd sense of being seen. Is faith truly the absence of doubt? Or could doubt be the seed from which faith grows? Consider this. What if the divine meets us not in our answers, but in our questions? Memories flooded Aaron's mind of loss, disappointment, and the comfort he once found in his grandmother's stories. Each tale centered on those who doubted: Moses, Elijah, even Peter on the waves. It dawned on him that he was not alone in his uncertainty. Heroes of old had stumbled too, searching for proof, yearning for presence. Days passed, then weeks. Aaron returned to the sanctuary night after night. Each time, he heard nothing extraordinary, but slowly, something shifted within him. He began to notice subtle patterns: a stranger's kindness, a comforting breeze through stained glass, sunlight cascading through clouds, just as he mourned in old regret. One midnight, overwhelmed by lingering discouragement, Aaron dreamt he was walking an endless road beneath a starless sky. At the horizon stood a lone figure, silent but familiar. "Who are you?" Aaron called out, his voice trembling. The figure neither approached nor retreated. Instead, light began to pour from their outstretched hands, warm, inviting, illuminating the path Aaron could not see. He awoke with uncertain peace. The next day, as Aaron left the sanctuary, he found a note taped to the door. It simply read, "Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed." The words burned themselves into his memory. He finally recognized them from the Gospel of John, the words spoken to Thomas after he touched the wounds of the risen Christ. Suddenly, Aaron grasped the paradox. Faith is not certainty, but trust amid doubt. Thomas was not condemned for his skepticism. He was invited to come close, to touch, to question, to believe, just as he was. The sanctuary remained silent, but Aaron's world became vibrant. He saw the hands of the divine in every act of compassion, in every silent moment of awe. What once separated him from faith, his questions, became the very bridge to belief. Aaron's journey was not about miraculous visions or undeniable signs, but about learning to recognize wonder in the ordinary. Like Thomas, his doubt did not banish him from grace. It drew him nearer to truth. Many believe doubt is the enemy of faith, yet Scripture shows us otherwise. Doubt, acknowledged honestly, leads to deeper understanding, a pattern repeated throughout sacred history. Even spiritual giants have wrestled with uncertainty on their way to conviction. So, what did Aaron learn in his journey from skeptic to seeker? That faith often emerges not in the absence of doubt, but through it. As dawn spilled golden light onto the city's rooftops, Aaron finally stood at peace within himself. The sanctuary doors opened onto a world that was not suddenly perfect, but deeply transformed, alive with invisible possibility. He stepped beyond the threshold, carrying within him not the certainty of answers, but the quiet confidence of one who continues to ask. Like Thomas, his journey was just beginning, the map uncharted, but his eyes open to wonder. Have you ever wrestled with your own doubts? Do unanswered prayers linger in your heart, echoing with longing? Perhaps, like Aaron, your questions are invitations, not roadblocks, on your own sacred journey. Share in the comments, what questions or doubts have guided your path? How have they transformed you? And where do you still seek clarity? As you watch the sky tonight, cloud shapes shifting and stars flickering to life, imagine the answers hidden in plain sight, the sacred in the ordinary. What might you see if you looked for wonder, even in uncertainty? In the end, the story of Thomas and of every doubter is not about proof, but about the courage to reach out, to wrestle, and to believe. Faith is the mysterious road between I must see and I am seen. What if your deepest questions are not obstacles, but invitations to a greater encounter? In the next story, we journey even deeper, exploring how faith glimmers brightest in the darkest of nights. Will you walk that path with us?